What's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Glenn McGowan. If you're just tuning in, last week's video I took all the air ride suspension out of my C4. I'm getting it ready to put it back on coilovers. Today's video is going to be me getting my lower control arms ready to put back in the car. I got a set of used ones that needs new ball joints and new bushings in the back. And I did do a video before on putting ball joints and bushings in lower control arms and stuff like that when I rebuilt the suspension a couple months ago or whatever it was. So I'm gonna be doing that again. This time I'm gonna be using a ball joint press instead of my buddy Steve over at his shop and using like a real press. So I'm gonna be working on that today. I ended up taking the polyurethane bushings out of my air ride suspension control arms, mainly because I didn't wanna have to buy a whole other kit. You can't just source those ones that are polyurethane. So I popped those out of there, which I'm going to be using on these control arms here. So I'm gonna pop these ball joints out today, probably burn these bushings out of this thing, get it all cleaned up, maybe paint it, maybe just, I don't know, try to get most of this crap off, but just clean them up, make them look nice, get these back in the car, and then I'm gonna be working on my new coilover mount that I have developed, which we're gonna see real soon. So that's mainly my function today. I have to cut a section of the front upper airbag bracket off of the car that I had welded in when I did the air ride. It's kind of sticking out a lot and that'll hit the coilover. So I'm just gonna kind of dive into all this stuff now, get these kind of put together, hang them back in the car, and then start messing around with the coilovers. So we just dropped our new clothing line. Everything's available at LCOBMW.com. Some of our new designs are Save the Sticks. We also have, it's not just the car, it's Corvette. And then on the back, we have our new logo. And on the right side sleeve of the hooded sweatshirts, we have our signature spark plug. We do have all these designs available in t-shirts and sweatshirts. We also have E36, E46, and also our basic, which just has logo on the chest, and then our spark plug on the sleeve. So check out all our products and our merch at LCOBMW.com. Okay, first things first, I do have the ball joint press actually in my vise. You don't have to put it in a vise if you don't have one. You can just use it on the control arm. So you have to take off the dust boot here, off of that, just to get to that thicker part of the ball joint there. So since I am actually just pressing this out, I'm gonna do it like this. I'm gonna sit the ball joint in the open mouth part of the ball joint press here. I'll zoom in a second, but let me just get this set up. I'm gonna just put that down in there. I'm actually gonna just be pressing the control arm down on the ball joint, and I'm gonna be using this big thing here, which goes over the diameter of the ball joint. So like that, it's gonna fit right over there like that. It can't be too tight to it or anything like that. It's gotta go around it. So that's gonna go over there like that. And then I have this other little adapter piece here, which will go on there. So I'll sit this in here like that, run this down. So if you don't have like an air compressor with an air gun, I do have that. I'm not gonna use it for this demonstration. So if you don't have anything like strong enough to run this down, just get like a breaker bar or something like that. That will do the trick. So we're just gonna do this. I mean, obviously it's easier with like an impact gun and stuff like that, but if you don't have it, you don't have it, and you gotta make it work, so. Oh, done. Run this out. So there you go. It's that easy getting it out. Okay, so against my better judgment, I decided I'm not gonna light these things on fire, mainly because it's messy and it's just gonna take a little bit longer. So I kind of have this thing rigged up right now, so I'm gonna actually use this to press the bushings out. You have to almost cut like on the outside of this. It kind of goes around pretty far, so I just took my razor blade knife and I cut that off, so it's just like more of like a cylinder part of the bushing instead of having this overhang, because it's like a lip like that. So I'm cutting that lip off, and I have this in here, and I have just like a thick washer using that. That's the diameter of that bushing, that I'm just pushing it down into another one of these cups here. So hopefully this will work, because I don't have another smaller cup to go fit in the diameter of that bushing. That's with the ball joint press, because it's meant for ball joints, not bushings, but I think I can make this work. Okay, so it worked pretty good. So I want to show you what I did here. So I end up using this socket. So this cup and then a socket, but you can't use this flat side here because it just kind of walks around when you're pushing this down here. So I turned it inside out, so it was kind of like stuck in there. And then I just ran it all the way down. So it worked. Is it a little ghetto? Yeah, but you know what? It's way better than trying to wait and go find a press or something like that. You can just kind of use the ball joint press and knock this all out at once. So 3 more to go, and then we'll be putting everything back. All done. They're all ready to get cleaned up. I probably am going to just sand these down a little bit and just paint them. I'm probably going to end up putting the ball joints and the bushings in first, then taping that up just so the paint doesn't get messed up as I'm, you know, pressing the ball joint in and stuff like that. So happy with the ball joint press. That worked out really well. I'll leave a link in the description for one of those too if you don't have one. I think you can actually rent those too from like auto parts stores as well. But you know, it's nice this to have because that really did kill 2 birds with 1 stone. So get these things cleaned up. Alrighty, so I just wire wheeled these things, kind of cleaned them up real quick. I put some grease on the inside of this. I actually did take some sandpaper, some 100 grit, and just kind of cleaned up the corrosion that's in there just so there's no issues. I do have one already set up here on the ball joint press, which I'll give you a quick look. So first things too, make sure when you're sitting this in here, kind of just press it in so it's kind of flush with your hand. So it's level, because you don't want the thing kind of on an angle or anything like that. So you want to just make sure that the thing is just sitting in there correctly. So here I have the cup at the bottom. I have the control arm upside down. That's where the ball joint is. I have this cup here. So now I'm just going to start tightening this in slowly and slowly pressing the ball joint in there. Okay, so I just finished up getting them both pressed in. So I did run into a little bit of an issue. I did buy aftermarket ball joints and they had like paint around this part that's pressed in and they were just kind of fighting me going in. So I ended up taking them over to the belt sander and just grinding all the paint off of it. And then I ended up heating up the aluminum part of the control arm with a torch. And then I ended up using like, you know, a breaker bar and an extension to slowly walk those in. It's kind of like you get what you pay for because they're probably not the same tolerance as like an OEM one like this one is. But the price points for, you know, OEM ball joints are like 140 or something like that each. So I just got these ones that I used before, but I also put them in with a hydraulic press before, which was no effort at all. So these kind of really fought me, you know, as I was kind of pressing them in. So just remember, you know, if it doesn't seem like it's going in right, you really got to put some leverage on that ball joint press, and having it in a vise definitely helps. So now I'm going to throw the poly bushings in these things, tape them all off, and then just throw some paint on them. All right, now I'm just going to use the vise here to push these bushings in. They go in really easy, so you don't have to kind of get crazy. You can actually probably bang them in with a hammer. You do need like the lubricant for the poly bushings. A lot of times if you buy the kit, it comes with little ones, but I always use this stuff, so I kind of keep a, you know, tube of it here. These are pretty much coated already, so I'm just going to grab one, throw it in like this, and then you just like this. And just walk it in like that. And then the same thing with the other side, and then, you know, once you get that in, you just slide this pin in. It's pretty easy. So that's done there. Get my little metal friend here. All right, as you can see, it takes no time, so I'm going to knock the rest of this out. So I just finished up the control arms, so I'm gonna show you real quick. So I ended up using like a texture paint, so it just looks a little bit nicer than just like a flat silver. So bushings are in it, ball joint, these are ready to roll. One thing I am pretty excited to share with you right now is our new lower coilover mounts that I just got done designing. I just got these back, they're laser cut. They come with grade 8 hardware, and they will go like this in the control arm, like that. So you'll be able to buy these just as a set, or you can buy them as a kit with our Heim joints here. So your coilover sitting there like that, and then your adjustable sway bar link will be here like that. So you can buy these either separately or buy this as a kit. So this stuff will be up on our site by the time you're watching this. I just want to show you first because I got everything here already, and also just a quick comparison. So this is what's there, and this is just for the early C4s that have this aluminum bracket, because this normally bolts to the control arm. That's your sway bar link here, and then your shock bolts to this. But this is just thin aluminum, and this is meant to hold a shock, not a coilover, which supports the weight of the car. And you know, compared to this thin aluminum, you got this nice clean bracket here, and it's a lot more heavy duty too. So you can check that out on our site. All right, now I'm gonna go put these bad boys back on. Just realized getting ahead of myself a little bit. I still gotta go in here and cut those air ride brackets off. So get underneath the car, cut them off, probably grind up the metal, kind of smooth everything over, put a little paint in there. Then I'll put the control arm in. Okay, now I'm ready to put these things in finally. I do grease the outsides of these too, which helps getting it in there and just to keep the bushing lubricated. Also too, like these control arms almost look identical left and right. And if you need like a little reference, the hole here for the aluminum bracket that mounts right there, that goes forward, almost faces the sway bar. So you know if that's on this side, it's the driver's side, and the same for the other side, it has to face front of the car. So you got the driver's side one in. Now I'm gonna go do the other side, and it looks like someone's gonna need a water pump. Alrighty, so that is a wrap. So I got both control arms in. Just a couple little things that popped into my head. So when I'm actually tightening those rear bushings in the control arms, I actually kind of set the suspension up at ride height and I put a jack underneath of it. Then I tighten them down just so it's not hanging down too low. So it's kind of right where it's supposed to be. The other thing is too, don't forget to grease your ball joints. So I pull this off the wall and I sit it down because a lot of times I'll like put them in and just completely forget about it. So I'm gonna do that right now since I have that out. So next week is the whole coilover setup, the mounts. We're gonna do, setting up the coilovers, we're gonna talk coilovers like 4-wheel application and stuff like that. So if you enjoyed the video, hit that like button. Thanks for watching.